Hey guys, I'm S. Dan Wolf, and welcome back to the channel, and I am not alone for this screenshot review. I've got my real good buddy, SPRidley. How you doing, SP?
Hello, Dan. How are you doing?
I'm good. I appreciate you staying up so late with me because SP is coming at us from Spain right now, so it's probably approaching midnight where he's at, and I am sitting here at a nice, comfortable 5:40 p.m., so I appreciate you staying up so late with me.
Don't worry. In Spain, we actually go to sleep late.
Yeah, so you probably wouldn't even be getting ready for bed yet, so this
I actually was working. So.
All right. And but yeah, SP, another cool thing about the perspective that you can give us on this is just a couple weeks ago, you were actually there and pretty much saw a version of this fly around that they did for us on the E3 Twitch Livestream a little bit ago. And that really, really interests me. I was wondering, like, what was your all's thoughts when you first saw these interior shots, or were you all like just standing in one room, like all looking at the same computer, or how did that go down?
Okay, so we went to the studios, to the Frontier Studios. Beautiful, amazing, modern studios. They have absolutely lovely people there. Of course, they treated us amazingly. Bo and everyone there, Shante, oh my God, the people working there, the team, it was great. It was great. And so we were like in a conference room, and we were like, I think around 20 people, maybe 25 people, something like that. Of course, Jonty, Silveret, the lady, Rudy,
our typical nerds.
Yeah, typical. Like the most of the Blanco community, basically, we're like a big family now, actually, and it was amazing. So we were all there, sitting in a room, just watching this big screen with the people working in the games, just showing us. They showed us the Ghostbusters DLC first, and the last thing they showed us was the big thing, that it was Planet 2, basically. And everything they showed, like, it was from little to little, and it get progressively better, the things they were showing to us. And we were super excited, and we were, like, literally screaming. It was like when they showed Blanco at the Frontier Expo in 2017 with the picnic tables, that we all screamed and everything. So, for example, when they showed that, the famous, like, I think everyone now has seen the staff room, and it was, oh my God, is that real? We were all like, our mouths were on the floor. It was incredible. It was incredible.
I know, like, as soon as I tweeted that out today, like, I was just kind of sitting there watching the live stream, and I kind of saw the little worker lady kind of walking towards the building, and I was actually still at work, and I had it pulled up on my phone, and soon as she started walking towards that building and she got closer and closer, and then they did that little side pan shot and you could see inside the building, I was like, oh crap, she's going in there. And it just, the whole layout of it is just insane. From the meat on the table, the sinks, and all the writing and the chalkboards in the background, and their charts and their feeding schedules. I mean, this is insane. I mean, it's like I said, crazy. We go from the Planko side, where it's just a black hole, a little box with a black hole, to a fully fleshed out zoological, interior prep room. I was just like, I was floored.
It looks more like The Sims than Planet Coaster right now.
Right, exactly. That looked like a screenshot from like a zoo DLC from The Sims or something.
Yeah, actually, that's actually right. And the thing is, it's not decoration only. They're interacting with the stuff in the table.
Right. Yeah, she's like crazy. Yeah, she's like under the sink, and she's under in the cabinets, and then she grabs the food and she gets it ready to go out and feed the dogs. I mean, that was a real turning moment for me, especially like, all the hype that's built up this week, everything that's went on. Like, we are in an information overload right now, which, I was kind of joking earlier, but this is real weird for Frontier. Like, I'm used to like maybe a screenshot a week or once a day, but like they are really like, I mean, Twitch live streams and videos and polls and Instagram posts, and like this is what we wanted. This is what we want. We want this information flow, and it just the hype never dies like this. It's just from Monday to now, like here we are 6:00 on Wednesday. It hasn't died down at all. Basically, like from the moment I wake up in the morning, which is me, East Coast time, like it's 6:30, until about 6:30 in the evening, the information hasn't died down. It's been incredible. Every single few hours, something new is trickling out. Something is happening. And I just love it. I mean, not even from a content creator standpoint, but just from a consumer, just a getting hyped for a game that I know I'm going to spend hours playing. Like this game is going to take hours of my life, just like Planet Coaster has, and I'm okay with that.
But I was saying, like, you're a huge Zoo fan. Like, for example, this I have to come clean. When they said, "Oh, we are going to do Planet Zoo," I was like, "Oh, great! I wanted Planet Coaster 2, but okay." Because of course I love more theme parks than zoos and all that. And I have, when I was young, I played more Roller Coaster Tycoon than Zoo Tycoon, for example, and all that. But I played a lot of Jurassic World. I don't know how was that game called, the one with the theme park, the old one.
Yeah, was it really Genesis? I think
Genesis,
Jurassic Park Genesis.
Yeah. That it's pretty similar to Evolution. And when they said, "Hey, we're going to do this," I was like, okay, let's see. They show the trailer and it's like, okay, it's nice looking, the music is great. But I always had this thing like, okay, yeah, but I like more theme parks. I don't know if this is going to be my jam.
Yeah, me too. And that was even the thing with me. Like I think with Jurassic World Evolution, I was more excited really just for Frontier than I was for me personally playing it. Never really picked it up on the channel. I may have did one episode, but even like in real life, just being a gamer, like, there's a lot of games that I play that I don't record, like Age of Wonder, Stronghold, Red Dead Redemption 2. A lot of that stuff that I just play just off camera, no recording, just have fun playing it. I never even really did that with Jurassic World Evolution, so it wasn't a game that I really ever played much. And I didn't record it, but it was like I was happy for Frontier. But now Planet Zoo, that is a whole different ball game.
You were creating zoos in Planet Coaster,
right?
This whole months, and if you look some of your screenshots of your zoos you created, they look, because you went for the African feeling and all this, and you look at some new of the screenshots from Planet Zoo, you see, okay, I can see the similarities. Of course, this game looks 1,000 times better. I don't know how these freaking wizards at Frontier have done it. Our PCs are gonna melt or something. I don't know.
I was just talking to John T and Beyond Drew last night about that, and I was thinking, we were all three said, yeah, we're probably gonna have to upgrade our computers before the fall. Because it's probably going to be a little beefy. It's going to be like it's going to be Planet Coaster-esque. So I think a lot of us are going to like, especially now, like as far as the content creation side, it's hard to record with the lag. Like the water park that I'm doing right now, it's just I basically, like every video, I've got 2 or 3 people saying, "Man, the water park looks awesome, but your lag is terrible." Yes. And so, I mean, it's time. And
it's also people need to understand, like, I know there's some people there that say, "Oh, if it's not 60 FPS," because I've seen this in some forums, like, at Resetera and all this, and they were showing Planet Zoo, and people were saying, "Oh, but Planet Coaster run like really bad in my computer," and I say, "Okay, yeah, well, you were playing with a big park, I suppose you downloaded something," and that's normal. It's a creative game, and it's your imagination is the limit. There's no limit. There's no hard limit in the game, so you can put 100 million polygons there, and the game still runs. Yeah, it runs at 20 FPS. It doesn't run not even at 30. But what are you going to do? This is not a normal game, and people need to understand that. Yeah, the game runs. Actually, when you open the game, when you start playing, it runs amazingly well, 60 FPS, even more. But then when you start, of course, getting your park bigger and bigger, that FPS is going to go lower and lower. And it's not the same as other games where if it goes lower, it's bad. People need to understand that's the limits of technology right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like when you're talking 10,000 guests and 300,000 individual scenery pieces, I mean, there's really no way to program for that. I wouldn't
Basically.
think. Like, it's just, and that's what another thing we were kind of mentioning, like what have they tweaked about Planet Zoo that that might have held them back some with Planet Coaster. Like, what have they learned? What have they tried different? Is this a new version of the engine? There's a lot of questions like that too, kind of swirling around. So, did you hear any talk like that when you were there? Like, is this like an upgraded Cobra engine as far as you know, or is this
okay, so yeah, they are always upgrading the Cobra engine. We need to remember that the Cobra engine was used in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3.
Right.
So Elite also uses the Cobra engine.
Yep.
Cobra engine is done by them, so they're always tweaking it for every game. It doesn't look like a game from 20 years ago. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, I think how many years old is? 15 years ago, maybe?
I want to say 2005, right?
2005. Like, that's a ton of years ago. And it's the same engine. And look how Planet Coaster looks. And just look at we've seen and they talk with us, like they've improved the light engine, the quality of the light. They've improved how clean it looks, like the anti-aliasing, okay? Because we remember Planet Coaster, if you play it at 180p, it looks a little bit like vegetation looks a little bit wonky when it's really far with the jaggies and all that. And we've seen the screenshots from Planet Coaster, and I'm sure they've gone and took these screenshots at 4K probably or something like that. They were playing in a giant screen when they show it, and I think it was 1080p what they were playing, and it looked beautiful, super clean. Much cleaner than Planet Coaster.
Right. I would die for that lighting package in Planet Coaster. That is just, especially that giraffe shot that I tweeted out a couple days ago. Incredible lighting package.
The grass, the fur technology is completely new, made by them. There's no fur technology out there like this because it needs to work with, imagine having, 100 animals in a theme park. Everyone with the fur, and if people have played The Witcher 3, where you could put a fur into the physics to the animals. I don't think these ones have physics, but the fur is it's very consuming for your graphics card and for your CPU, and they've done basically magic, because dinosaurs don't have fur, but these animals have, and it's amazing. Things like the locomotion of the animals, also new technology made by them. So they can, you need to think about this. We always knew Planet Coaster had a problem, and it didn't have weather, because we really knew if they added collision to every piece in the game, so the rain didn't enter in the buildings, the game will explode.
Right, and that's what a lot of people have said. Like, when people have mentioned, oh man, we need weather in Planet Coaster, everybody's like, how in the world would it handle that? How
exactly.
Like we're barely getting by with with what we've got going on now, much less throw weather. Like I said, I think that is a completely Planet Coaster 2 type deal.
Yeah.
I think that is really the dream game, SP, that I think is out there on the horizon. It's like as far as we go.
We don't know. We really don't know. We didn't talk about that. They told us, like, we are not going to speak about any future games because for you they don't exist basically right now. We are focusing on Ghostbusters DLC, we are focusing on Jurassic World Evolution, we're focusing on Planet Zoo, and that's what we know. I don't know if there's going to be a Planet Coaster 2. I hope, because I'm a fan of Planet Coaster 1, of course, but we really don't know. But what I've seen is they've learned a lot of all. We've had a lot of we've talked a lot with developers. Like, they've heard us. One thing that Frontier does that other devs don't usually do, or they do, but they are more quiet and all that, is actually hear us and implement things we want. And it shows that Planet Coaster was built with a very hard base that couldn't be tweaked that much.
Mm-hmm.
And this game, they said, okay, we're going to explain why this game is not DLC. We've implemented so much new stuff in this game, it will be impossible with the Planet Coaster version.
Right.
Impossible.
Yep.
There's technology here that we couldn't implement without having to basically make a whole new game in Planet Coaster.
Mm-hmm.
That's why this is not a DLC. This is a new game. And this is a new version of the engine, of the Cobra engine. And I think people need to understand that. The good thing is I haven't actually heard a lot of people saying, "Oh, this should have been better as DLC because blah blah blah." Actually, that people have been pretty nice.
Yeah, that kind of died down, didn't it? That there was some like maybe when we first heard about it, there were some grumbles like this should have just been DLC for Planet Coaster. I want to be able to make my coasters and my zoos at the same time. Mm-hmm. But I think now people are understanding to give us a fully fleshed out zoo sim, and to tweak the things that just weren't working well with Planet Coaster. It had to be its own title. No way this could have been a DLC and be as fleshed out as we think it's gonna be. So, but yeah, man, really interesting stuff. I don't want to keep you here too much longer, but I
will be here talking about this game. Okay, I need to say something that I think nobody has said. Maybe Jonty, I haven't seen the latest recording you've done, but I think we all forgot. And I was writing something yesterday at one of the forums talking about the game, and I also forgot. I remember I had to say something, but I don't remember, and I now remember. So this is for you and for your channel.
All right.
And they told us they actually upped the resolution of the voxel generator of the maps.
Oh,
and what
nice.
that means is, so when we are terraforming in this game, you can do smaller things that you couldn't do in Planet. You know, when you are terraforming in Planet Coaster, it goes big really fast. Like, you can tweak really small. And they told us, like, oh, remember, you know what? We upped the resolution so you can create caves for your animals, like small caves and all that you really can't in Planet Coaster because the voxel generator doesn't have enough resolution.
Right, yeah, like with Planet Coaster, it only can let you go so small. It's not really for like small detailing. So what you're telling us is with them tweaking these voxels, we will be able to get really detailed crevices. And
I don't know how much detail. Like, they only told us, okay, we amped the resolution, and you can do smaller stuff. But I don't really like. Don't take my word on it, 100% about. Oh, you can do the smallest thing right now, because I don't think that's true. But I think in some screenshots we've seen with the paths, like the terraforming behaves a little better with the paths, the mountains, and all that.
Right.
The way when Frontier has created in these parks they've shown, the way that paths are really near the water right now, and sometimes you couldn't do that with Planet Coaster.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure that's big thanks to the resolution upgrade.
But yeah, man, like I said, I've picked your brain here now, but I have to have you back on maybe this weekend after we get some more of this gameplay on Friday.
Yeah.
If you don't care, if you'll swing back by and we can kind of continue this after I've kind of seen what they've released on Friday. Jonty seems to think it may be more geared towards what you guys actually saw
because I haven't seen the Twitch video actually.
Yeah.
So have they talked about management?
They did not very much.
Okay. Probably they're going to touch about management, and I know a lot of people that are really sad when playing Planet Coaster, the more casual audience, okay, because it's not a really management game like, oh, Parkitect does this and that and blah blah blah. This is the management game you want, and this is I hope they talk about the campaign. They didn't show us the campaign, but they said, oh, there's a narrative single player campaign right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did mention that a little bit, but on the Twitch thing, they're kind of crunched for time. Like I think they only had like 13 minutes to kind of go through that, so it was kind of like just hitting the big topics. But Lisa and Bo, they still did an awesome job with that little quick amount of time. But yeah, we'll get into more detail as the weekend goes on and kind of see what they come out with. But yeah, just definitely wanted to have you stop by and give us your awesome, unique perspective. So I will be picking your brain further as the weekend and the weeks go on, because we're not far away. Like we're talking 5 months, maybe 5.5 months. So it is release is going to be upon us quick. The only thing I don't like about it is here that means the return of cold weather. So I've never wanted a summer to get done this quick, but
yeah, you can stay at home, cold weather outside.
Yep.
Stay playing Planet Zoo at home all day.
So. But anyways, guys, yeah, thank you for stopping by and hanging out with us. And don't forget, just continue this in the comments section down below, and SPRidley and I will monitor it and try to answer any questions you have. And, yeah, once again, SP, man, thanks for stopping by, and I will definitely have you on for some more episodes, and we will chat about this stuff.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me here. It's been a pleasure, as always.
Yeah, thank you, guys, and don't forget to hit that like button if you end up enjoying this video, and I will catch you next time. Thank you. See you guys.
Goodbye.